Sorry this video took so long. I had never actually seen the Child's Play movies before, so I went ahead and binged them so that I could properly analyze the trailer for you, and now I'm kind of realizing that I probably didn't have to, but I did notice some interesting stuff in the trailer and the website set up for the fictional company within the movie, so stick around to the end of this video if you want to hear about it. The beginning of the Child's Play trailer plays as a commercial for this company Kaslan, a tech company that makes coffee machines, robotic vacuum cleaners, tablets, VR games, robots, and toys. If it's been a while since you watched the original series, the company behind that was called PlayPal Toys, so this is not the same company. All signs point to this being a reimagining of the original, so if the original had taken place in the 10s, or whatever the this decade is called, this is how it might have gone down. So the good guy dolls from the 1980s film are now called Buddy. Because for some reason lowercase i's are really popular this millennium, I should probably just change my channel name to be spelled like this. Here's our new Andy Barclay, and in the background there's a photo of him and his father. In the original Child's Play, Andy does have a deceased father, but we never really know anything about him. When we first see Andy, it appears that he's rocking some wireless headphones. However, there's another shot later in the trailer where it's evident that it's just his left ear. And every time we see the left ear, it has this device, which has to be his hearing aid, because those are popular in horror movies now. But in this movie, the hearing aid could be subject to wireless interference from Chucky, as a new 21st century way for Chucky to attack Andy. In fact, you can actually go to the website on the side of the box, bestbuddy.com, where there are more clues about Chucky's capabilities. It's emphasized in the logo, which contains the Wi-Fi symbol, telling us that internet connectivity plays a big part in this new doll, and it'll connect to tablets, computers, and cell phones. Chucky is going to be connected to this Kaslan ecosystem of smart devices, and I think the horror in this movie is going to be a commentary about how smart home devices are becoming something that we trust and rely on too much. Look at this text. Your new best friend connects to and controls all your Kaslan products and smart home devices. Not you control your doll and devices, the doll is the one controlling the devices. This company is in control of your home and your life. Look at this picture. Chucky has control over your computer, your fans, and your sound system, which I'm sure ties right back into the fact that Andy has a hearing aid. He's also seen manipulating a smart TV. And a drone, which brings to mind the scene from Child's Play 3 where the CEO is attacked by all of the toys in his home, including an RC helicopter. This website also suggests that Buddy uses AI to interpret human behavior, which makes me think that instead of the Chucky doll being possessed by voodoo, like it is in the original, the doll will be possessed by hackers, who load a malicious code into the Buddy doll. Maybe Charles Lee Ray is actually a cybercriminal in this movie. The last item of note on this website is the fact that Buddy comes loaded with the ability to communicate in English and Spanish. Andy's mother is played by actress Aubrey Plaza in this movie, who has a Puerto Rican background, so her and her son aren't going to be safe from eavesdropping by Chucky no matter which language they're speaking. Let's talk about possible Easter eggs. The warehouse of Buddy dolls bears great resemblance to the good guy doll storage in the factory at the end of Child's Play 2. The crime scene shows a covered body surrounded by broken glass as if somebody had fallen from a window, which calls back to the original Child's Play where Aunt Maggie becomes the first victim of Chucky, at least in his doll form. This might be the fall actually happening, and you may notice the Kaslan logo on the truck in the background, meaning this accident would have taken place at the factory or a distributor. Whatever's going on here brings reminders of Andy and Kyle in the factory scene from Child's Play 2, and when Chucky initially grabs his clothes, I noticed a drill on the table, which is one of the weapons used in Cult of Chucky. This movie will take place in the winter around Christmas time, like the original, although it does not seem like they stuck with Chicago for the setting, unfortunately. I don't recognize this license plate, but it's most similar to Idaho or a South Dakota alternative. One thing I personally found interesting was the fact that when Andy first unwraps the doll, we're seeing from Chucky's point of view, as if he's already on and gathering information before they even open the box. Now, you may remember in the first movie, Chucky had to go back to find Andy Barclay and take over his body because he was the first one Chucky revealed himself to.
You have to transfer your soul out of the doll into that of the first human being you revealed your true self to.
So maybe in the new movie, Chucky is programmed to go after the owner of the doll, and this facial recognition determines who that actually is. Chucky is shown to be wielding his classic knife in this movie.
A true classic never goes out of style.
But there are some new modern weapons showcased in this trailer, like the ability to turn off the lights and give a new meaning to Black Friday shopping, and maybe even taking control of a self-driving car developed by Kaslan. At the end of the trailer, you're prompted to click on the next video, which is a special announcement video from the Kaslan Corporation, which you may or may not have already noticed that the logo contains a blue eye just like that of Chucky. The announcement features Henry Kaslan, the founder of the Kaslan Corporation, and he gives an introduction to the Buddy doll, saying that every child deserves a companion. The video description confirms that Buddy will use artificial intelligence and encourages viewers to visit KaslanCorp.com. Visiting the site reveals more information about the company and their technology, like the use of HD cameras and a paragraph about other sensors. It says, Kaslan Hub and VR products become equipped with state-of-the-art haptic and accelerator technology to help you thrive in the real world while also immersing you in the imagination of the vast and ever-evolving virtual reality landscape. This means that Chucky's ability to hunt down Andy has received a major upgrade. He'll have the ability to learn the tendencies of Andy's body movements to help him predict what his victim is going to do next before he even does it. There's also a products page where we can take a closer look at some of the other Kaslan products, like their drone that looks like a flying shark and can fly 100 miles an hour and track its victims using advanced algorithms to track the subject as it flies up to 10,000 feet overhead. If this thing is tracking you, you're never going to be safe. There's also the vacuum that we saw in the trailer. It's hard to imagine that being a threat to man, but you never know. The Kaslan K1 speakers have the capability to track your movements to ensure location-focused, personalized sound reproductions. And this is what I think Chucky is going to use to try to blast out Andy's hearing aid. Finally, we have the Kaslan Hub, which is likely a parody of the Google Home Hub from real life. And this is the central brain that controls all of the Kaslan products throughout the house, which can be used by the touchscreen or voice operated. And if you look at the trailer, the Barclays actually do have this in their home. At the bottom of the site, you can enter your email to get updates. So if there are any update emails or updates to the website or ARG in general, I'll be sure to make a video to keep you up to date on any supplemental world building for this movie. So if you want to stay up to date, remember to subscribe to CZsWorld for new horrors every week, ring that death bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one, assuming we both survive.